Hi, it's late and I really need to go to bed. But I saw something at the grocery store yesterday. Two somethings, actually. This is part one of a two-part review of a couple of new flavors of Mountain Dew. After not having come up with any new flavors for a year or two, Mountain Dew Ice was 2017 or so. Suddenly this year they've got new flavors, and they instead of also, this summer, instead of doing Liberty Brew, they redid USA. I'm not sure there was that much of a difference between the two, but anyway, earlier this year they had Major Melon, and now just this week, at least that's what I saw, we've got a couple of new flavors, and this is one of them, the Baja Punch. I find that interesting because are they trying to expand the Baja sub-brand, building on the success of Baja Blast, which is their Taco Bell exclusive, semi-exclusive, because they have on occasion released Baja Blast to the stores. So they're trying to build on this Baja sub-brand, kind of like the Game Fuel sub-brand. Considering the time was, they had another Taco Bell exclusive flavor that they also released to stores, but that used the blast. There was Baja Blast and Sangrita Blast. Oh, my poor lost Sangrita Blast. When will I ever find you again? That was so good. But notwithstanding, now they've got a couple of new Baja flavors, and again, this is one of them, Baja Punch. It says right here on the label here, Dew with a blast of natural and artificial tropical punch flavor. Now, what does tropical punch taste like? I don't know, and neither do you. Fruit punch and tropical punch are kind of this generic catch-all for just sort of this sort of fruity drink, when it's Kool-Aid or whether it's Hawaiian punch. Any of those sorts of things are just kind of like, well, it's fruit punch. Well, what fruit? Fruit. The label here does subtly suggest cherries and oranges. And cherries aren't really very tropical, so I'm not sure what they're doing here. Also, counter to what most fruit punches are, which are red, this one's orange. So I guess we'll see. Oranges are kind of tropical, I guess. Aromatic soda this is. Not quite Pepsi Blue pungent, but yeah, it's there. So here's the tricky part, trying to dissect all the various things that they put into the punch. Definitely orange. I think, and that's not just the color giving it away. Try tasting it with my eyes closed, or not trying to look at the liquid to get my cue from the flavor rainbow, where orange is of course orange, or things that are orange taste like an orange. But that's definitely true. I think orange and cherry is pretty much right on the nose. Who knows what the artificial flavors are like? But I could. Hold on. Very late in the flavor progression, in the aftertaste department, there's a subtle hint of pineapple, which is definitely tropical. So I guess we'll see, or we are seeing. Never mind, that was stupid to say. Now, with respect to the mouthfeel, carbonation and such, it is the carbonation level appears to be on the same level as regular Mountain Dew. Here's a closer look at the orange liquid and my hellaciously dirty glasses there. Apologies. Yeah, it's about the same level of carbonation as regular Mountain Dew, but since it's overall not as heavy, and 280 calories in a 20-ounce bottle, so 10 fewer calories than regular Mountain Dew. So it's a little bit lighter. And yet it's not quite that as smooth as a Code Red. So you've definitely got a little bit more, a harder fizz to it. So there's about as much bubbles as a regular Mountain Dew, but you can feel them more. How about that? That would be the way to put it. Yeah, the carbonation, the fizziness is more on a level with a lemon lime soda than a Mountain Dew, I would say. Of course, maybe that's maybe the played out citrus flavor might be tricking me into thinking, oh yeah, it's more like a lemon lime than a Mountain Dew, even though Mountain Dew claims it's a citrus flavored soda, without really getting any more specific than that. Mm, mm. Yeah. So even though this is like oranges and cherries, and maybe a little bit of something else, that artificial flavor going for you. This is the first soda I've reviewed in a while that cops to having artificial flavors. Most of the time, the flavoring is wrapped up in natural flavors, but this is natural and artificial flavors. So, how much how much lifting each of those is doing is anybody's guess. Mm. Okay, I think I'm cracking this. Mm. So, excuse me. So it comes to our usual question: would I take this, the Baja Punch, over? Well, now we have a dilemma. Do we compare this to a regular Mountain Dew, or do we compare this to Baja Blast, the lime flavor? And I think I'm going to go with just a regular Dew. Would I take this over a regular Dew? Yeah, I think I would. Especially if I was thirsty, since it's not as heavy as a regular Mountain Dew. It has a more pronounced flavor. It does taste like oranges and cherries and, excuse me, as I said, maybe a little pineapple or coconut or something else thrown in, rather than the generic citrus flavor of a regular Mountain Dew. As opposed to whether I take this over a Baja Blast. That's a good question. I would say that, excuse me, this flavor here is perhaps a little bit lighter than a Baja Blast. The fizz is probably about the same if memory serves. I do enjoy getting the Baja Blast at the Taco Bell with my tacos and not very Mexican food. As I tell my friends, I don't feel like Mexican. Let's get Taco Bell. Anyway, yeah, this is actually it's probably about on the same level as a Baja Blast. So whether it'd be a pick'em, it'd be like whether I feel like more like a lime-ish flavor or an orange-ish flavor. So whether I take one or the other. Nonetheless, find time to bring out a tropical themed drink because I don't know where you're living, but where I'm living, we just got off like a week and a half of record heat. So yeah, this would be a great thing to have cold after a hot day, doing whatever. So there it is. Thank you for watching and have a good night.